Welcome back. So we're going to try and get the plug out now.
So
we're going to try with.
Seems sensible just to do that. I can see what they've done. They've put these on, so when they're powder coating it, powder coating hasn't gone inside the radiator because
Which obviously makes sense.
What I don't want to do is sort of damage this, but can you imagine buying it and you've got to now fiddle around after paying 60 quid trying to get these out. I must say
it's a bit stupid.
I thought I was going mad.
We bought a tower radiator the other day, didn't we? Yeah, and just plastic things that you screwed into it. That was really easy.
This is Kudox, just another thing. Recent, right? So this is Kudox technical support. I've rung them up 3 or 4 times now. This is a response. There it is there.
You don't get anything.
So let's wait for them to put the phone down again.
Yeah,
so Screwfix, if you're watching this, there's absolutely no point Kudox Limited putting technical support number on their literature because they don't answer the phone.
Yeah. Well, we've got to get these plugs out either way, haven't we? So.
Anyway, you get the idea.
So yeah,
there is no technical support.
There is no advice on how to properly get these out.
So save your time.
Basically, there's no proper advice. Anyway, so back to the problem in hand.
I've cut the paint.
But this requires a really big screwdriver or something.
Now look, these are decent mould grips. These, and there's not even enough to sort of
get on there with, is there?
No. And what I don't want to end up doing is find that I've got half of the. No, you see what I mean? I've tried to do it,
and it's.
And you see the paint's come off.
It's passed the paint off.
So you've got a bit of a dilemma.
The paint basically creates a seal, and even if you break the seal,
I was hoping that would go in there, but it won't.
No.
Key.
So
I've got a hammer.
Smack a chisel in it, and then.
I mean, the only thing I think I'm going to have to do is take this chisel, and as bizarre as it sounds, so I don't bust the plugs off, is just grind a bit off it. So that's what I'm going to go and do.
Yeah.
Now, and we'll come back to you.
Right, welcome back. Now.
So okay, so we cut the paint. Yeah, with a knife, just round the edge. Yeah.
Right, so paint seal's been broken now.
Then we got a chisel, a real old chisel,
which we don't use.
And I've ground a bit off. You can see that there.
So it fits perfectly because a normal screwdriver just is not big enough.
Right. So all I'm going to do now is put that in. Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, having this bit here seems to stop it moving as well. Right, success.
So basically, a real big screwdriver or something similar to this.
If I'm honest, okay, here's one where we haven't cut the at the top here, the paint.
It does come undone, but
so basically, with Kudox radiators, yeah, believe it or not, you need a specialist tool to unplug. Can you imagine putting 20 or 30 of these in a building and
drive you mad,
getting them delivered?
Yeah, it'd drive you mad.
So I don't know what that is. It's about 10 mil.
Yeah, it's something like that.
But it has to be flat and thin.
Yeah.
Now we've got one of these off. You can see they actually dip in.
Yeah, they like go in. They like taper in.
So
they don't go straight down.
What seems to help is definitely having that bit there, so it can't twist on itself. In fact, if that's probably the perfect tool for taking it out, Kudox, that's probably it. So let's try the other two. Because at the end of the day, what you don't want to be doing is scratching your nice new radiator.
Yeah, especially if you're installing it for a customer as well. They don't want to scratch paintwork on a radiator.
There's one that I've tried to get out and just could not move.
Just with tools.
First one, thinking, it's just gone in there. So let's try.
I mean, even that's a bit of a thing.
So I'm pressing hard in.
Yeah, that was hard. But you could put mole grips on it and twist it.
You could.
But why should you?
And if you had a lever, like an Allen key or something. In fact, if you had a 10mm Allen key, that'd have to be fairly big. But you'd have to have a grinder to grind this down.
Is this one you haven't touched?
I haven't touched this one at all.
This is brand new. So it's never been touched before.
So I'd say they've painted it, and then to stop paint going inside the. I mean, these plugs would be ideal if you're taking a radiator off and you undo one end, just if they're fit, universal sort of thing. They'd be handy to keep because they're such good quality. Now, isn't that funny? That one came off so easy.
There doesn't look like there's much of a paint seal on that one.
No. Now I know, and I might be wrong, is that I know that when people are painting stuff, there are certain standards in this country to the extent that they even use tape round threads and things. And what they should be doing is put a piece of tape round this so it doesn't get underneath there. But there's I mean, why can't you just change your plugs? Kudox.
Kudox.
Yeah. Change your plugs to something softer that just pushes in.
Yeah.
That you can pull out. We had a power radiator last week. And you just literally pull the plugs out.
So basically, this video is about removing the temporary plugs in Kudox radiators. So, and you're going to need some sort of tool like that, or if they make something themselves. I don't think they do, but
they don't. So
you're going to need something like that.
So cut round the paint real carefully, round the edge. Yeah, just to break the paint, and then put your tool in. I mean, depending on how strong you are, you know.
That's the other thing as well, isn't it? Yeah. With that, even with that chisel we made a mod on, it's not really the best tool to use.
I would suggest that if you're struggling with a chisel, because I don't know, you know, I've had 3 which have been difficult to come out and 1 really easy. People might get 4 really, really difficult ones. So to ensure that you can get this out, you're probably better off getting a pair of mole grips and doing that. That way, at least you've got some leverage.
Get some leverage horizontally, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's only so much you can turn, isn't there?
Yeah.
On the top, yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully that helps somebody. Bit of a pain in the arse.
Like I say, don't bother with their technical support. I've rung 4 or 5 times thinking, perhaps there's a specialist, you know, a tool that you have to get with it.
Yeah.
I don't know that they're supposed to give away free with their radiators. You don't get. There's nothing that will fit that. It's a bit daft, really. I mean, really, if they'd have thought about it, because this is for putting the tails in, the valves in when we put them in. Why didn't they make that the same size as that key at the end? So most people, if you're fitting one of these, you've got to have one of these.
Well, whatever you remove that with, a plumber should have the tools in his tool bag to remove something like that as a standard
You need one of these
to
fit one of these. So if you'd have made that a square to fit that, Kudox, Dex, whatever your name is,
Kudox.
Yeah, then you wouldn't have all this problem for your customers because everybody would already have the key to undo them.
Yeah.
Just a bit of thought. Okay, I hope that helps somebody.